What I wish I did while working for AAA all boils down to the term unrestrained integrity. And it's not that I didn't have integrity, but I definitely held some of it back because there is definitely a hierarchy culture in AAA studios. Not all of them are like that, but there was definitely some of this culture where I was working. I'm going to tell a personal story about this unrestrained integrity. All right. So there's different tiers when it comes to AAA hierarchy. Like you have tier one, which is entry level contractors, interns, and then you got like tier two, you got your mid level folks, and then you got tier three, you got your seniors and all that, and then so on and so on, right? So I'm at tier one. I was a new guy. Basically, they hired me to put me on Lord of the Rings Online. It's an MMORPG. And before I even started working there, I checked the game out because I didn't really play that, but I checked it out and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I definitely could bring some cool animation flavors to this. I was like, all right, bet. At that time, Final Fantasy 14 was out. WoW had updated their World of Warcraft had updated their graphics and did all these updates to the game. And I was thinking like, man, this game looks so outdated and old. Like it needs to be updated to keep up to speed with these guys. So this studio actually has several games going on at the time, but Lotro, Lord of the Rings Online, was one of the games that was out for a while. It wasn't one of their newer games, and it was already doing well for the studio. Like it was bringing in, cash flow, whatever. So, I'm new guy. I'm the new guy in there. I'm chilling. I'm meeting people. Vibing with folks. I'm connecting with some of mid-level, senior level folks, and I'm talking to mid-level and senior level folks at lunch, and I'm just like telling them like, yo, man, I really think the Lotro, like, I really think it could use a graphics update. Like, I really think that it could compete with a lot of the, with Final Fantasy 14, with WoW. I really think it's Lord of the freaking Rings, for Christ's sakes. Like, I'm like, I really think that this game could use a update and it will bring more revenue to the studio. And so, a lot of them was telling me like, nah, I think that's an amazing idea. And it was like, but they was telling me about like, dude, trust me, we've brought all type of like ideas, prototypes, all types of stuff to the leads and the executives. And they were just like, they're not, we've tried so many times and a lot of that stuff just kind of gets swept under the rug. Like, all right, whatever, we're going to do this. And so I would get into conversations like in the stand-up meetings and stuff, or just see leads walking around the studio, and like this is where the unrestrained integrity comes in, because I was just like, all right, well, shoot, man, if they not listening to the mids and the lead and the seniors, they definitely not gonna listen to me. So I didn't really say anything about it. But I wish I did, man. I wish I did. I don't want to say I wish I did, but if I had that experience again, I would definitely speak up about it. Additionally, in some AAA studios too, like, you have a lot of people that want to speak out, that want to have that unrestrained integrity, but this is their paycheck. You know what I mean? And you definitely have some situations where there's that person that's speaking out and having that unrestrained integrity, but they would be like, leads like, all right, this person's speaking, talking too much, or may get bashed for doing that, and then that's their career on the line, where they actually gotta pick up and go somewhere else. So that's another aspect about it, and that was definitely something for me too, that I was just like, wow, man, like if I'm like speaking up and I'm really pressing the matter, and they not with it, like, they may not like me. And I've had a job situation before in the past where I had a manager, not in AAA, but I had a manager speaking down to everybody in that freaking workplace. And then when he got in a one-on-one meeting with me, he was speaking down on me, and I spoke out. I was like, dude, I ain't gonna have that. I'm gonna get my work done, but you definitely not gonna talk to me like that. And that dude laid me off. He laid me off, and I definitely know that was one of the reasons why. And that's something that whether you work in AAA, whether you work in indie, or whether you are somebody that just enjoys playing games, I encourage you to speak up, man. Speak up and speak out about something that, you know, is in the game. Like, for example, now that I'm indie, I've gone to PAX, I've gone to DreamHack, I've gone to all type of different conventions, and you know, I know for a fact, like, some people were, in a nice way, were trying to tell me, like, or they didn't want to say certain aspects of the game was trash. And you know, I don't think this no, not that I don't think this does not help the developers at all. I think we should definitely all be honest with each other. It don't even have to just be Steam reviews, you know what I mean? Like, you, if you are at a convention somewhere and you see a dev, like, be honest with them, like, oh, I'm not really enjoying this game, or, you know, and they may ask you why. Like, you know, if it was me, I'd be like, okay, why you not enjoying it? It might not just be your cup of tea, or it might be your type of genre, but you just like, look, man, there's, you know, the controls are very basic, you know, there's not really like some complexity or innovation in terms of the mechanics or whatever. So that's it, man. That's really what it comes down to, is unrestrained integrity. You know, if I, like I said, if I was in that experience again, I'd be like, yo, I don't care who turned your ideas down. I'ma say it. Like, I'm gonna say, like, hey, man, I think the graphics on this game that we're working on is trash, and I think if we do this, or I would present it in a way, or find some type of way to where they vibe with what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's it, y'all. That's all I got for y'all today, man. If you like the video, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I'll catch y'all later. Peace, love, and blessings. I'm out.